There we go. Let's make sure I have the orientation of the CPU right. Remember, if you ever don't know, RTFM, read the fucking manual. Doesn't say. Yep, looks like I got it right.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I got the CPU and RAM in, so now I gotta do this shit.
Oh yeah, they. Played with the cats a little while cooking my nachos. I don't know where, but at some point, I'm not a texture person at all. So like, I don't know, crocodile meat or shark meat I've had pretty damn good. Even swordfish, a lot of people don't like. What was it? I don't know. Blue cheese. A lot of people have problems with that, or like cottage cheese or something like that. I know you don't like cheese at all, but or mostly, but
Yeah, I like it in certain situations.
yeah, and I don't know, Jello, stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know what else other people have, but well, anyways, it goes around to salsa because I don't know why, but at some point I just don't like. I stopped liking chunky. Like it for the most of my life, or my life so far, I didn't care about chunky or smooth or whatever. But at some point, I didn't like getting salsa that had like rolled up things of like the tomato skin because I started noticing that they get caught in my teeth, and then afterwards, after I'm done with whatever I have salsa on, tacos, burrito, or nachos, whatever, or I don't know, pizza, I don't know, whatever I put it on, I would have that stuff in there, and it would just feel like hairs or like, and sometimes it would like I would have the taste of the salsa even after I'm done with the salsa, and I'm like, I don't like that. So I started blending it. Like any salsa or pasta sauce I ever have now, I just blend it. It's been working out. Like I like marinara. Marinara is very blended and very it's slightly spicier than usual pasta sauces as well. So I'm like, yeah, spicy. Maybe I shouldn't say spicy. I should say zesty, I guess. It's not really like spicy. So a side thing we did, I mean, we said it in the beginning, but we watched Man of Steel just for the fun of it. Don't like Superman almost at all. Actually, I don't like them at all, but like there was a couple people that were watching that like they liked them a little. And it was nice back and forth. I don't think it ever became combative at all.
No, I just felt like discussion to me.
Yeah, it was just discussion, which was good. Which I actually I particularly wanted. Like, and I mean, beside the point that I don't like Superman, I know a lot about Superman, like a ton more than I probably should
Well, I
ever
mean,
know.
you should know stuff about something you don't
To
like,
not
and
like it, yeah,
you
that's
can
true.
justify why you don't like it.
That's true. That is true. I don't hate it, but I just don't like it. Not for
It
me.
it's a similar vein of why your parents tell you to eat something you don't want to eat because you might like it, or if you
Yeah,
don't,
that's true.
you'll be able to articulate why.
That's true. Or become immune to it sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a couple times where I was exposed to foods that I should be immune to if I was allergic. And it did work, I'm guessing. But anyways,
And
that
this
was a.
24 pin is a pain in the ass.
I can see that. Jesus,
Like
that is
I'm
really in
having
there.
to stand up and pull straight up.
Oh God. That was a roundabout way of saying anyone who watches this live or in the future as a saved VOD, I would suggest watching movies that you think you don't like. It's either movies that you've never watched and you said to yourself that you don't like, or like if you don't like it, if you've watched it before and you just don't like it, it's not your jam, then don't watch it. But like if you've never watched it and you've only gotten like opinions on it, and like even there's an inkling of like, oh, this I don't know, I like werewolves, but I don't like aliens, and this movie has both. I'll try it. I would suggest try it.
Yeah,
Um,
for instance, one thing we're gonna do soon. I don't like Godzilla, but we're gonna watch a few of them.
one, one, not the best. As a lifetime Godzilla fan myself, um, like from like the early days of when there was a suit, I loved it. Like I
Now,
like
I
movie monsters.
now I
So,
definitely appreciate the craft
oh yeah,
because
yeah.
it's difficult and exhausting and very artistic to be a suit actor and to make a suit like that.
Oh boy, yeah.
And it's a skill they had to have because there was no computer to do it for them.
True. That being said, we are one of the movies is not a good representation. It's not the best representation by any means.
It's the Michael Bay one.
It's the 85 one. A lot of people do not like that one. I do. Just because of the design, it's in New York instead of in Tokyo or Japan at all. They do a lot of really good things. We actually did see a corridor digital thing where they actually praised a lot of the scenes. But there's a lot of things that made Godzilla that I would say demotes the movie quite a bit, just because like one, yes, I liked the change of setting, but it's not canon. Like it's not like it's usually in Tokyo because the origination of Godzilla was the scare of radiation and um uh, what's it called, radioactive power and stuff like that, and obviously the bombs, um and all that, and it was, and for the most part they do quite a few times in that movie explain how the radiation came into creating Godzilla. um and there's a whole thing about the French, which is kind of odd, where Jean Reno comes in, which, has a lover of Godzilla movies and that movie in particular,
Uh,
it's pretty damn good. I
but
don't.
but by the way, if anybody who happens to watch this doesn't know why I'm replacing this, this is 13 years old.
Oh,
It's DDR3 at 1600 megahertz, the 8 gigs. This CPU is a Intel Core i5 4570. It can't do what I need it to do anymore.
oh, yeah.
Which is a good way to be. If something can't do what you need it to do, upgrade it. But if it can, keep using it.
Not true, yeah.
Because the new and shiny is nice.
May not be up to it, but the old one still might be.
Yeah. New and shiny is nice,
Yeah.
but if old still works, keep it out of the landfill. Stop
Yeah.
e-waste as much as you can.
Yeah.
Now I'm a bit crazy with it, and I've had to throw away stuff I saved that I shouldn't have, because my big thing was salvaging parts. But it's a hell of a lot harder to salvage than it is to buy new. And when
Hmm.
you salvage, you might do a bad job and mess up the part.
But the good side of the Godzilla-thon, or whatever we're gonna call it, um, the good side of it, I hope will um right some wrongs. I guess I don't know, whatever. Is the legendary Godzilla monster verse. A lot of those are really good. A lot of people didn't like, or at least half of the fandom didn't like the last one. I mean, I still liked it because it's kind of it built from the last movie, and a lot of people don't. It seems that a lot of people don't like continuing stories from movie to movie. Like I remember even in the Lord of the Rings, a lot of people didn't like that we're continuing from the last movie instead of like it's one movie done and then another movie starts and then
I know the complaint I heard from my uncle, because he's one of those people, was he
yeah.
thought they were going to do the whole series in one movie.
Ah, okay.
And then the first one ended with him just kind of walking off. I was like, that's it? So he
But that's
so
valid.
he so
That's okay.
he saw Fellowship and has never seen Towers or King.
Wait, still? Oh my god.
Yeah. Because he didn't like
But
it.
but but then when the other movies came out and he could continue the story, he didn't want to see any of the other ones?
No, because he waited for 3 hours to see them throw the ring in the fire, and they didn't do it.
Oh my god. All right, I guess. All right.
Now,
I
keep in mind, I don't think he read the books either.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think he knew what to expect anyway.
Oh, okay. All right. That kind of makes also sense. Because I'm like, dude, if you go through it, it's a journey, man. Like, it's a big, long journey. It's like, what, 20 hours or something like that altogether if you get the special editions or whatever?
Yeah, it's so just just the director's cut of Lord of the Rings is 12 hours 7 minutes,
Oh, okay.
and then you add another 9 for the Hobbit,
Oh, so the whole kit and caboodle. Got it. Okay. That's kind of. All right, cool.
which if you can find the edit of the Hobbit, because the fans have recut it to be more accurate to the book.
Hmm.
I don't think they cut out anything from the Silmarillion, but they cut out anything unnecessary.
I mean, there is a
Like
lot of.
the the majority of fucking the majority of the battle.
Oh, yeah. And Thariel. I don't think Thariel.
Because like
Yeah.
Bilbo wasn't even present for the battle. He got knocked out right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then he woke up and it was mostly over.
I can understand that, yeah. I, on the other hand, love all of them.
I got wore out with the Battle of Five Armies, because it was just CG.
It was a lot of, yeah. But oh man, yeah. Um. Uh,
I know I don't have the plate there, but I want to make sure I got. Yeah, that works.
at some time, I know we're going to the intrusive thoughts will win, and we're going to start watching Steven Seagal movies. I know it's going to happen. I'm not looking forward to it. Just saying. Um,
I'm not looking forward to that either. I'm not looking forward to infecting my PC with those movies.
I mean, I could do it on the website. That's fine. We could save those for the, but so you don't have to. But we just got done with. We're going through some post-apocalyptic movies, and some of them are pretty bad. One in particular is Warriors of the Wasteland. I was highly suggested. I'm pretty sure
That movie's great.
that is one weird movie. Some of the motifs, which is like reoccurring themes in the movie, is there is a it's a very special post-apocalyptic vein we're looking for, which is Mad Max-ish, because we watched all the Mad Max movies from the old ones and then down to the newest ones, and we're waiting for Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, to get anywhere that we can buy it, or whatever. And in the meantime, waiting, we're slowly going through, like, I don't know, a couple week, just a list of like other Mad Max's movies that has like, it doesn't need to be all cars, because like Mad Max is predominantly revolving around cars. But like there needs to be some sort of cars, or like it needs to look like kind of like Mad Max-ish. We saw Escape from New York. We're gonna look at Escape from LA at some point. Oh no, wait. Was it the other way around? Did we watch LA and then New York is the second one?
No, we did New York first.
Okay, so yeah, I kind of forget which one is first, anyways. But anyways, yeah, we watched New York. LA is next. At some point. Yeah, I mean, there's no schedule, but
it's just whatever one's feeling whenever.
Yeah. Warriors of the Wasteland. But yeah, the motifs of Warriors of the Wasteland was clear plastic domes for some odd reason. They were like on the cars, on armor. Odd, bubbly sort of elbow pads, like shoulder pads. Somehow, like just thrived in the post-apocalypse. There was an entire roving gang of raiders that were all gay, which I didn't realize the first like 3-4 times I watched it on my own. Like I did not, it totally sailed over my head. I did not get any of those. I think there's just one line about it anyways. So I don't know, maybe every time I went to the bathroom at the same time or something. I don't know. But it's kind of obvious. Like there's no women in that raiding party at all. And then there's a bunch of homosexual things that I'll leave that to you. So if you watch Warriors of the Wasteland, it's a fun movie, and that is literally like Mad Max-ish, because there's a lot of cars, there's a lot of car combat, and there's a lot of weird like 70s 60s sort of weird feels, and like disco, and yeah. There's a big black guy with a bow and arrow that explodes.
Excuse you, that's not car on car combat. That is like golf cart combat.
That's true. So
if those things go more than 10 miles an hour, like I don't know what I'll do, but it.
Which is the most confusing part, is because they have cars in the background. Like when you see like settlements, quote unquote settlements of other humans that aren't the raiders,
the main character drives a car.
Yeah, and then you get to the raiders and they all have golf carts and like motorcycles. And like they have like plastic or corrugated cardboard pieces that they painted silver, gold, or different colors to make it look like paneling. And there's like, they did weld. Someone had a welder, because there was welded pieces of metal, which looked very shoddy. It was not done well. Um, but anyways, yeah. What else did we watch in the Mad Max-ish sort of? America 3000. That is on YouTube, so you can watch that anytime. um, yeah, America 3000. It is post-apocalyptic. There are no cars. But it is Mad Max-ish in that like it's very cobbled. All the costumes are very cobbled together. All the weapons are very cobbled together. It's like kind of like um, there's a whole new like civilization, civilizations popping up and stuff like that. That's all I can really tell you without really spoiling any of it. Um, it is very it, it hmm. It's a feel good movie. I know it won't seem like that. But at the end there's like a whole thing and there's peace. I guess I spoiled that. But like um it, it's a weird movie. It's a fun little weird movie. It's a little weird B movie that you can watch on YouTube free. What else? What else I'm gonna go on the list now. We should watch Book of Eli. Oh, we saw Escape the Bronx today. Yeah. Escape the Bronx. Weird. So it all the scenes are of people doing Mad Max-ish things again.
Heads up. Escape from the Bronx has nothing to do with Escape from New York. So
no. Yeah,
get that thought out of your head right now.
It's not Kurt Russell at all.
It's like Mert Tussle.
Yeah, it is. So now that you said it, I'm not quite sure. Maybe the Kurt Russell ones are kind of a reimagining of that movie series.
Are the Kurt Russell ones the knockoffs?
Yeah, because there's the main character is a really like a long-haired. Kurt Russell has like genuinely just kind of longish hair, and the one in Escape from Bronx has the main character called Trash. He has like a mullet, long hair. So, but he doesn't have a eye patch like Snake Plissken. So, but he has to, yeah, it might be because he deals with the president. I'm just now noticing. I've been watching these movies for years now. He deals with he kidnaps the president or has to rescue the president. And then there's like faceless people that he kind of shoots down while he tries to escape. Whatever. Oh, well.
Because he got to escape the Bronx.
The Bronx. Heads up, Escape from the Bronx. It's the Bronx only, and the rest of New York, inexplicably, the rest of New York is fine. Its civilization is fine.
Every single place is fine except for like the 5 square miles the Bronx occupies.
It was boggling. It was mind-boggling because they cut to
why the
else.
Bronx? Why not Queens?
Yeah, or like
why not Manhattan?
I would have thrown a couple of them. Like, some other parts of New York City is like now lawless, and it's kind of like spreading kind of thing. That would have been kind of cool. But we were continuously confused because it's just the Bronx. They go they go up in like skyscrapers. They have to shoot some henchmen. They go into the sewers. They kill some henchmen. They they're on some sort of island for some press conference. That's where that's where they're topside to go into the sewers part, and they kill some henchmen. Like it's all like lawless. There's like fires and cobwebs, and it's all dirty. And then like they continuously cut away to like Manhattan or like Queens, and it's totally fine. And we're just like,
and if they had done Manhattan, they could have done like the Chrysler Building and fucking Empire State Building.
Yeah.
Like they could have gone. They could have done the entire movie in one of those towers.
Yeah. Yeah. Like big swaths of it. Yeah. Big
Yeah,
stretches of it.
like an American version of The Raid.
Oh yeah.
And not the actual American version of The Raid that sucks.
That's true. We have to watch those. Same. Book of Eli, you'll like that, Alexis. Book of Eli is really good. It's intense and really cool. There's a couple twists in there. Denzel Washington, nice. It's also a nice post-apocalyptic setting. It's sort of in the background, and it's like it. Whereas like Mad Max and all the other movies that I just said, like Escape from Bronx, Escape from New York, Escape from Los Angeles, Where's the Wasteland, the post-apocalypse is one of the like spotlights. Like, oh, look at this. This is cool. There's an they have explosions on sticks or something. You know what I mean? Like, oh, look at this like specialized gun, and they cobbled it together. Oh, that's cool. Look at that car. It has guns in the front. That kind of thing. Oh, there, it's destroyed out. I don't know. Mail, UPS store, and like it's a spotlight of how the apocalypse is like going, kind of thing. Whereas like the Book of Eli is that it's the post-apocalypse, but like the story is the focus, which is kind of cool, kind of different. Oh, actually, I never thought of it, but I guess the later on Resident Evils could be post-apocalyptic. There's like 2 or 3 now that are like after the whole planet has been overrun. Spoiler alerts for anyone that hasn't seen all the Resident Evil movies. Like the main movies, not like the series and stuff like that. Eventually, the entire planet gets overrun. They just continue the story, which is, I don't know, I kind of like it. It's kind of like a lower rent, like Lord of the Rings or Hobbit movies, for me at least. It's like, yeah, all right. We're just kind of past the usual Resident Evil stuff, and now we're treading on new weird waters. But they do have a lot of Mad Max stuff. Like they full on go into deserts and stuff. Ooh, Hot Topic. Hot Topic, not the store, but Hot Topic nowadays is The Acolyte. I'm a Star Wars fan. I also like Star Trek. I'm not either or. I like both. A lot of people
both are good for their own reason.
Yeah. A lot of people called it quits when the new saga came out. I didn't. I like that. Yeah. And that's fine. And I however liked it.
It stopped being what I liked, so I stopped watching.
Huh.
And it's nothing against the actors. It's the direction.
That being said, The Acolyte just came out. Watch The Acolyte. If you only watch it once and you don't like it, that's fine. I'm starting to watch it. I want to watch it with some friends that really like Star Wars, and a lot of the new stuff too. So I'm just like, I asked them to watch like the whole thing through. I skipped around and a couple of episodes, so I don't know the full thing. I would watch it like that. I would watch it with some friends, and if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it ever again. But
now, side note, when making this, the reason I'm not trying to route anything through the back It's because there's about that much of a gap for any cables, and these don't have the length to be routed that correctly. So I'm just not. Like the CPU power could have been routed through the back, but there is no cutout up here for it. And routing it through this hole would mean a stretch that way and then a stretch this way, and it just doesn't have the length for it. The case is bad, but I didn't get it because it was good. I got it because it was cheap. Anyway, you were saying about Acolyte?
I'm just saying, give it a chance. Don't take other people's like I said, at the very, very least, you don't have to watch it ever again. Don't take other people's opinions on it, is all I'm really saying. I liked the scenes that I did see, or parts of it, and I was like, oh, okay. They kind of continue the whole feel of Ahsoka, and not Mandalorian. I mean, forever and always. I'm guessing all Star Wars things will kind of be modeled after Mandalorian, because Mandalorian was
it's the most successful since the original trilogy.
Oh yeah, very much so. And have watched all the Mandalorian stuff over, I don't know, like 5 or 6 times now. Yeah, freaking amazing. They should model it somewhat to the Mandalorian. And if you haven't seen the Mandalorian yet, watch the Mandalorian. Nice little story. It is not Boba Fett, just to tell you. If you have not heard anything
He's a
about
different Mandalorian.
Yes, that's why it's called just it's the Mandalorian. That's
and you know that because Yoda is, well, actually, never mind. It said contemporarily. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was still remembering, like, oh, it was Baby Yoda because it's a baby, whatever the fuck Yoda race is.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been like 1,000 years ago. But then I remembered Luke is in there for an episode.
Yep. Let's see, what else is there to... I mean, nothing to do with any action movie at all. You could, if you have, I think it's on YouTube as well for free, but Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. That's Garth, not Darth. Garth Marenghi. Dark Place is on what is it? Amazon Prime, the movies, the streaming service. So if you have Amazon Prime, the shopping thing, the shopping subscription, then do that. There's tons of movies and television shows. Garth Marenghi is one of them, and it's really funny. British made up horror author, and horrors in air quotes, in very funny air quotes. You'll see when you get there. If it's too goofy, I kind of get that. Some people, I mean, even though I've run into quite a few people, excuse me, that like Monty Python Flying Circus, but don't like Garth Marenghi. And I'm like,
it's kind of a different flavor.
It is very different. Garth
Move
Marenghi
aside. That's the mother, Rick.
It's very much more goofy than Flying Circus, which is saying something.
Yeah, that's a show designed to be goofy.
So yeah, if you like British humor and you like even more goofy, then yeah, I'm not quite sure if Flying Circus is actually on there. Let me check for y'all. Instead of saying it haphazardly, I can check for you all. Yeah, but they're just like any other streaming service. They have a whole like crop of movies that they have a licensing for I say limited, but it's like months and months, and then um, and then they retire them, and they have a whole big bundle of more. So it's kind of cool. Let's see, video. Let's see. It'd be kind of cool if they do have. Oh wow. Monty Python Flying Circus. Okay. They heads up, they don't have the entire series. But they do have them for buying for $1.99 per season, which is actually a really good. Wait, is it season or episode? Complete 4th season. Yeah, it's season. Okay, so the seasons are $9.99, which is also pretty damn good. Buy, which I would do. I'm sure some other streaming service has. This is buying, so you can watch it whenever you log into Amazon. That being said, yeah, I'm sure some other streaming service has them, like all in just streaming. Let's see. Go back to the stream. Yeah. If you do like movies and kind of odd, weird movies, they also do some good movies too. But it's a general movie sort of review by a bunch of improv comedy people. Which is How Did This Get Made? Which they do exactly that. They kind of explore how did this get made, for good or bad. Meaning, like, oh, how did this get made? Why? Like, this shouldn't have been made, or like the other flip side where it's like it's beautiful that this was made and all the reasons why, and they're, for the most part, they are not negative or positive. They are a mix between both, which a lot of movie reviewers do not do. They're also kind of unbiased. They're not like movie snobs. So like it's not like we're movie historians. So it's like they're like one of us, and like the only difference is that they're comedians and we're not, and they're watching movies and reviewing it. It's really fun. It makes the whole, like, because they add the reason I really like their podcast is because they also go on these weird rants, like side rants, like me and Alexis and a bunch of people in Follow the Fox do. Um, like just not arguing, but just like discussing this or that aspect of a movie, and like what wonder why maybe it's in the movie, or like, or does it serve a purpose, or why it's so weird or not. Um, they do that a lot. It's really fun getting sidetracked, and it's just like, oh, it's been like an hour and a half, and they have not talked about the movie at all, which is really fun. Well, not the main movie, but yeah, they talked about one aspect for like an hour and a half, and it's pretty funny. Let's see. Look at that. I always like the little viewing hatch instead of the big viewing panel, I guess. Although the big viewing panel you can see everything, but I like the little like hatch kind of window.
All right. Let's see. Turn on the capture card. Before I do that, I need to move a wire. The USB cable is pinched under the GPU. Hey, Carbon. How you doing? Alright, before I put the side panel on, I'm going to do a test boot. Hey, we got signal. New CPU install. Y
Nice.
to reset FTPM if you have BitLocker encryption enabled. System will not boot without recovery key. Indicate previous FTPM record. Oh fuck, what was TPM? Was that the thing for Windows 11?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll check. Let's see. Affected PC. This is for if you have a stutter with FTPM enabled. Require motherboard BIOS update containing enhanced modules. AMD expects that flashable consumer SBIOS files will be available starting early May. This is an October BIOS from that same year, 2022. Workaround as an immediate solution, affected customers depend on FTPM functionality for trusted platform module support may instead use a hardware TPM device for trusted computing compatibility. Please check with your system or motherboard manufacturer to ensure that your platform supports add-in DTPM modules. Warning is switching an active system from FTPM to DTPM. It's critical that you disable TPM backed encryption logs or systems and or backup vital system data prior to switching. I don't have TPM enabled anyway. I don't have BitLocker either. I'm considering upgrading this PC to Windows 11, the secondary PC, because I have a decent time with it on the laptop, but I know there's issues, so I don't want it on the main PC yet. For now, I will say no.
Ooh.
Alright. I'm in Windows.
Oh, heck yeah.
Gotta install the wireless adapter.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's go to hardware info. Okay, let's hit run. Alright, now I gotta do this. And then enable this one. Okay. A 50C idle, that's bad. Probably need to tighten the CPU cooler. Actually, wait, what's the usage like? Oh, no. Okay, it was at 90% usage. That might have been why. Okay, all 32 gigs registered. We have 12 cores. That's correct because it's 6 cores, 12 threads. Yeah, this just worked. It's awesome. Alright, good news. I cut 10 degrees off the idle temperature by barely twisting the screws. See, that only took 40 minutes? Or an hour and 40 minutes. Alright, finally got a normal mouse hooked up to it instead of this touchpad thing. Alright, let's see if I can monitor this. Advance. Let's see. Monitor and output. Okay, I can't hear that. Looks like neither can anybody else. Alright, so let's turn that monitor off. Okay, I can hear it, but it doesn't look like the stream can.
Let's see. Yeah, we can hear it. Darn. Huh.
Nope, I'm gonna have to do a hardware solution to this.
Okay.
So just have like a headphone cable.
Oh, yeah. I've done that. Like low, simple technique kind of wins out, you know?
But that means I've hit everything I wanted to do this stream. I now have a successfully built computer with the hardware earmarked for it, namely a Ryzen 5 2600, 32 gigs of RAM. I don't have a better SSD at the moment, but SATA's fine. There's like nothing on it, but it is kind of small. a Wi-Fi adapter, 1 terabyte hard drive, and 1060. Alright, I am going to keep working on the PC stuff off stream. So, thanks for anyone who watches this. We'll see you next time.